Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Blessed Crafts. I am so excited to get into these. I had a little trouble getting dived into it, but after I did, I so enjoyed myself. We are getting right into Christmas. It is Christmas season. Christmas season's here. So, I hope you're ready. And I hope you're excited because we are going to dive right in and we are going to get started. I can't believe Christmas is already started, but let's get into it, guys. And I hope you guys are going to have some fun. Alright, guys. So, we're going to jump right into this. Our host is Rustic Lace DIYs and Krista's Crafty Life. And we are starting off with our Christmas season. DIY number 1. So, I grabbed one of these houses that I've had in my stash forever. I got this one from Target at their Bullseye Playground. These little ones I believe I got from Dollar Tree around Valentine's Day. Those actually might even came from Dollar General. I'm not even sure, guys. I've had in my stash forever. I am just removing everything off of these. Some of them came off really easy, like you saw. I started removing the roofs. They came off pretty simple. They were just hammered in. I do end up just removing them and then pounding in the nails. I was debating on whether to keep the ends first, but then I decided to take them off. So here now we're just going to glue these two together and just piece them. I start off with my Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue there, and I grab this other oh my goodness, you guys, other house, and I take off all of the excess stuff again. I paint all of them in the red paint that I originally started painting. I am now going to glue this bigger house onto my little houses here. I am making a church, and I am just piecing what I have in my stash together. I was going to go a different way, and it didn't work out in my favor, so I decided to do this, and it turned out fantastic. I am just piecing stuff together like you saw. I did it to the other ones too. I'm literally just tracing little tiny marks to kind of know where I'm placing my items so it looks even and looks key. I did not show me cutting these down because I do not keep them. I thought they were going to look better once I did it, and then I didn't like what it looked like after I got all of the other roofs on, so I scrapped them. So I didn't show me cutting them down or anything like that, but here we're just basically forming and shaping roofs to where I want them to look like. I do want a little bit of a hangover and everything, so that's why we're going with popsicle sticks. This one was a little bit thicker, the one that I got from Target, so we are going to have to go with 2 layers of jumbo popsicle sticks on that one. But I'm just going to glue them all down, you guys, and piece them together. Yeah. Just kind of trying to find the right pieces and piece them together. This one I decided I wanted a little bit of space on top, and I was going to put a little bit of a skewer stick on top just so I'd have a little bit more of a hangover. I didn't want, I don't know, like one of my edges, I don't know if I got a little too short on one of them and it just wasn't edging up, so I decided I was going to just pull it down just a tiny bit, and I was going to just work with it and stick a little skewer stick on top there. So that's kind of what I did with that, and I do end up doing that to the tip of that one as well, to be completely honest with you. But that's kind of where I went with this. I just decided we were going to just put that at the very top of that, just to kind of finish it off. And it does kind of give it a little bit more of a finished look. So I kind of do like that look of that. So I do have a bunch of these in my stash. I do not remember where I got them. I think they might have been from Woodpecker's Crafts, but I could be wrong. I could have gotten them from Hobby Lobby or whatever, but I honestly don't remember where I got them from. I did order a bunch of stuff from Woodpecker's Crafts a long time ago, but they're basically just wood cutouts and everything. I painted them with my antique wax. Oh my goodness. Antique white. And this I'm going over with my Swan white with my Waverly, or my, oh my god, my DIY paint. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting tongue-tied. To do that snowy effect for the roofs. And now I'm going to glue down my windows and my doors. Probably the hardest thing was to try to line them up to where they looked even across the board here. Like I had one on each side of the smaller houses that were in the background, so that was probably the hardest thing I had to do here. And now here I grabbed a piece of this scrap split popsicle stick that I had, and I'm gonna make a couple little steps down below here, and I'm just kind of just gluing them right to the bottom of each thing here, and they do stick out, so it probably is pretty fragile, but I just thought it was the cutest little thing, so it's kind of like a 3D effect. These little things here, these are actually scraps from when I'm cutting the round pieces off of the skewer, or off the popsicle sticks too, so save your scraps, guys. These crosses I've had in my stash forever too. I had these in there since before I even started crafting, you guys, for YouTube. But I saw that cross on there, and it was just screwed on there, and I decided I was going to use that for the top of the church that we're making here. I did not like the color, so I am painting it over with my antique white. And I decided I was going to not only paint it over with that, but I'm also going over it with my gel stain in walnut and kind of mixing the colors together, which I loved. It kind of made it more of a weathered look, which brought out more of like the old rugged cross. I don't know, it just turned out a lot better. So pretty. After that was all dry, I tried gluing this on top of there before, but it was not working. Since we had that little skewer stick, these were very thin. It's just basically like that fake wood from Dollar Tree. It's the MFD, or I'm drawing a blank now, but anyway, like I said, I'm drawing a blank, but I'm just basically just making grooves in it for it to sit like right on that little skewer stick. And we're just going to glue that right down there. Again, because I'm using hot glue, this is still really fragile, but it holds. I mean, it'll come off if you pack it away, but it is what it is. It is very large for this church, but we're going to make a statement, obviously. Here I'm taking white paint, and I am just literally drawing little, like, ice crystals down on the church. I wanted to make it look like icicles, basically. I got the idea off of Pinterest, to be honest with you. Not necessarily doing the church this way, but the ice crystals. They had like a little house that they did this on. And I thought it was so cute. So I was gonna like, okay, well, I'll try that on this maybe. And I do like it. The problem is that I didn't have any, I wanted like, if I was gonna do this, I wanted to have like glitter. I hate glitter. Hate it with a passion, you guys. But I went to Walmart and I found some kind of like a little bit, it's kind of like glittered paint, but it's like, there it is. It's kind of like that. It's kind of shimmery. This stuff is so goopy, you guys. So goopy. But it did work for what I was thinking. It does kind of remind me of ice crystals. Like, I've seen stuff like this, like, getting stuck in, like, our windows and stuff. Especially up here at North, like in Minnesota and stuff. We've had stuff like this. I was kind of hesitant when I first started putting it on here because I was like, oh, this is like iridescent, like pink and like yellow, and like this is not what but after I got it on here, and like, guys, this is exactly what I was looking for. So it is from Folk Art. Go check it out, guys. It just went right over my paint and it works. So yeah, I thought it turned out gorgeous. Mental note though, I didn't think about this until after I already added all that junk on there, because I did put it in the windows as well. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I should really have painted inside the windows before I added all this junk to it, because the windows just looked horrible, just red. So I did go in and paint all of my windows yellow, except for the top one. I did kind of want to do some kind of like stained glass, so we did kind of like a green and kind of thing. But anyway, grabbed a Dollar Tree green tie thing that you can get in a bundle, and I cut it down, like gave it a haircut, just twisted it and glued it down as a wreath. And now I'm using like these little red beads that I've had in my stash for so long, and I'm just gluing these down to the little wreath that we added to our little church. And now we are going to take a little bit of white paint and we're going to flock it, because it's outside. It needs a little flocking. I did not go through the hassle of sparkling this one up, just because I didn't want to hassle with all the goopiness again. But you're more than welcome to do it if you have the stuff, but I did not. But yes, here is how our beautiful church turned out, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. Let me know down below, guys, what you guys think. DIY number 2. Now this one I had so much fun with. I was again scrolling through Pinterest, and I have had I've thought about doing these before. I have never done them, But anyway, I did paint the board Monet's Garden and stained the side of this board. This board came from Walmart. I've had these buttons in my stash forever. I got them from a thrift store. They're a bunch of like gold and bronze and just randomness. There's so many repeated buttons in here. They are older. Kind of, I won't necessarily know if they would be antiqued, because I don't know if they're, like I said, I don't know if they're necessarily antiqued, but there's just a bunch of randomness. But I thought it was, I've seen them on Pinterest. Like I said, I've seen them all on Pinterest, but I just thought it would be kind of cool to have a button Christmas tree. And I always wanted to do one since I've seen them on there, and this is my chance to create one. I was just kind of fooling around with the placement and everything. I did start off with the 5 in the bottom there, and I kind of did the same ones down there at the bottom. Once I got my placement for my starting, I did glue them all down. I do have these little rusty, crusty stars that I got from Amazon. I glued that down to the top of the button. And now we are going to fill in the rest of it, because I don't want to see the green in between the other buttons. So this is kind of where you're going to grab some of the littler ones and kind of fill in between all of your regular buttons. You know, you're going to grab like your reds and your greens, and I mean, you guys can use pearls for this. You can use, any kind of stuff. You can even go with more colored ones, because you're going to go with more of like your colored ornaments or something like that. So you can even go with like the reds and the pinks or whatever you wanted to do. I stayed with a little bit more of this because I wanted to do it a little bit more of a vintage look. It's kind of where I was going with it. But play around with it, guys. It was so much fun. I had the best time with this because it's your creation. You are going to do whatever you want to do. You're going to use whatever buttons you want to do. If you want to do just black or just brown, kind of more of the neutral colors, you could do that. You wanted to do more of the pinks, you could do that, or oranges, or you could do whatever you wanted. I did add a stem down the bottom. This is a natural stem out of my yard. Probably should have been a little bit bigger since our tree's big, but once I stood it up, I could still see some of the green, and it was bugging me. So I ended up grabbing some of these little tiny, kind of like jewelry stuff I've had. This is stuff that I've picked up in from Amazon and stuff like that, and you can get them from Walmart and junk, to make jewelry and stuff, like bracelets and stuff like that. And I'm just placing them in random places where I just think it needs just a little tiny bit extra stuff. But I had to set it up in order to see that. So that's and then I thought it would be kind of cool to add garland to it. So I cut some of these things that you can get from that come in the strips from Dollar Tree. I've had these in my stash, gosh, I don't even know how long. It don't even stick at the back of them anymore. They're sticky on the paper that I was peeling off of it, but those are actually not sticky anymore. So I had to use glue the entire way through this. But the gold with this was just chef's kiss. It was just gorgeous. And I'm just kind of weaving it kind of on top, in between, kind of like you would do on a regular Christmas tree. And it just turned out the coolest thing, you guys. I don't know what it is about this one, but I really like it. I do think the Christmas or the church is my favorite, and that's usually why it's in the front. I usually put my favorites in the front, but I do love how this turned out. I do like all three of my projects this time, so it was probably a little bit harder for me to pick, but I am a fan of all three projects. So you will have to let me know down below which one's your favorite, you guys, because it was a very hard pick for me. And I do show you, if you guys have problems with doing this and you need to get rid of those pesky little glue strings, because I'm telling you, this was a mess, use your heat gun, because it was a mess. Anyway, that's how it turned out, guys. Let me know. I do want to add garland, like the tinsel garland around that edge of that. I do not have any. I need to go pick some up, but I think that would just finish that off. It just looks very vintage, but anyway. So on to our third project, DIY number 3. I just had that little plaque. I painted it white with my swan white from DIY. The little plaque came from Hobby Lobby on clearance for $1.71, I believe it was. It was like their 90% clearance. Anyway, the little image that I have is from Temu. I am using a little window that I also got from Hobby Lobby that was for $2.99. I believe I got it for 40% off when they had a 40% off deal. I am Mod Podging down the image that I cut down onto this little board. Probably could have cut some of this out, but and then I'm going to glue down our little window right down to the top of this. I absolutely thought this was adorable. I was trying to think of something else to add to this as well. I was thinking about adding like little Christmas presents and stuff to this after it was all done, but I never got a chance to do it. I don't have like I need to try to figure out little gifts and stuff. I was out of frame, but is what I ended up doing is I ended up trimming the backing of this Christmas tree. This Christmas tree came from Dollar Tree. But I was basically flattening the back a little bit so we could glue it down to the side of this plaque. It was also hiding the fact that my window did get a little crooked. So it was helping me feel a little bit better. But I wanted to add a little bit of detail. I wanted it to make a little bit more Christmassy, not just wintry. So we're kind of just going for a little bit of decorative, like little girls outside looking at what's out her, side window or something. But it's from in the house, so we're decorating the window here. We're just putting a little bit of garland on the window, like they had their house all decorated up for the holiday season. I put the little ribbon, like garland look. Tried to get it all straight and the way I like it. Kind of just curved the sides a little bit to make it look like they hung it up. I did have my camera shut off, didn't realize it, but I did add a little bit of greenery right there, so it kind of looks like a little mistletoe or something. I mean, just give it a little bit of extra flair there, the corner of the window or the middle of the window, however you want to say it. But and then I do add some more of those gold beading stuff around that to give it a little bit more of the vintage flair, I guess. And then I added just a couple of gold buttons. And like I said, I was trying to think of something else to add to this, but I just kept it simple. And I think it turned out adorable. So let me know down below. Which one did you like? Final reveal, guys. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure you guys go check everybody out at the playlist. There's going to be some great inspiration down there for you guys to start out your Christmas season. I know it seems early, but guys, we only got a couple of months to get some of this crafting done and get some of this good inspiration out there, and they're starting to put stuff out in the stores. You want some of this stuff, you got to go out and get it now. So this is why we do this. So definitely go and see what all they created down there for you. Let me know down below which one's your favorite. And definitely go check out the hosts. Go check out Brenda. Go check out Krista. Give them some love. Give them a like. Subscribe if you haven't been over there and subscribed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I mean, what are you waiting for? It's free. And I love you guys all. If I don't tell you guys enough, thank you guys all for your support and your love, and I cherish all of you guys. I really, really do. You guys are all great, and I enjoy all of you. I enjoy listening to you guys' comments and reading them, and you're just great. If I don't tell you guys enough, you're just great. So I love you guys all, and this is first of many, so hopefully we're gonna have some smooth sailing Christmas decor coming up at ya. I do hope and plan to have one out for you on Sunday, and then I will have one more Halloween one coming up for you on the 12th of October, and then it's gonna be full-blown Christmas. So God bless. Bye, guys.